It's Mailbox Brigade time again, and this year we thought we'd do a little bit quicker, simpler video on how to decorate a mailbox. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to decorate a traditional mailbox, but I will also go through the differences in a traditional mailbox and a monument and what you'll need to do a little bit different. So let's talk about all the supplies that you'll need to decorate a mailbox. The first thing that you'll need is your wire, some scissors to cut the wire, hedge clippers. You're going to need some pine. You can get the pine at Pikes. There's also Sean's Tree Farm over off Spalding in the parking lot of Bolero, and they give it all away for free. You can check Home Depot as well. You're going to need 2 sprigs of magnolia, which you can clip off of the trees in our neighborhood. Along Steeplechase, there's a lot of magnolia trees, or most people are pretty fine with you stealing out of their yards too. You'll also need 2 sprigs of holly. Try and find holly that has red berries on it. I checked this year, and because the weather has been so mild, there's not a whole lot of red berries out, but if you can, try and find some with red berries. If you can't, just go with a sprig of holly, 2 sprigs. You're gonna need the CHOA bow. Make sure that you fluff it up, because when you get it out of the bag, it's gonna be pretty mashed down, so you're gonna wanna fluff it up and make it look pretty. You'll need a pair of pine cones that are wired together, and the CHOA tag with wire on it to wire it at the very end. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do on a traditional mailbox is you're gonna grab your pine. So you're just gonna grab several branches of pine, and I usually try to just arrange them so they kind of look like this. You can grab more if you want, or just kind of make it look full, and then you're gonna come over to your mailbox and you're gonna set it, you can come over on this side so you can see, on top. And you just kind of want to see, make sure you like the way it's gonna lay on the mailbox, just kind of like that. Once it looks good, you're gonna go back to your wire, and you're gonna wire it like your life depends on it. So, just wire it really, really tight. The tighter the better. Don't skimp on the wire, we have plenty of wire. And there's a lot more on these rolls than you think, or these spools than you think there are. So once you have it wired together, it's nice and tight, you're gonna come back and stick it on the mailbox, kind of arrange it so it's in there pretty nice and tight. And then for a traditional mailbox, you're gonna go just kind of wire it to the mailbox. So I'm going around the post of the mailbox, and I'm gonna go around the whole mailbox. This. See? Again, don't skimp on the wire. Oops. Okay. You do not want it to move. So just kind of keep wiring it until it feels nice and secure on there. And then, let me grab my scissors. And you're just going to trim your wire. Just kind of wrap it around a branch so it doesn't come loose. Like this. Okay, so now you have it on there. My box is a little bit loose, but you can see it's not really going anywhere. It's sitting on the mailbox. If you're doing a monument mailbox, really the biggest difference is you're just gonna need more pine. So when in doubt, add more pine. And if you want to, if you don't like the way the stems look on the back here, you can always flip some around and kind of tuck them in like this, and you're just gonna set it on top of the monument, and then you're gonna crisscross the wire over the top of the pine and around the monument. So go around the monument, over, around, over, like this, until it's not gonna move. And the biggest thing is if the wind kicks up, we don't want it to blow away. So once you have your pine wired to the mailbox, this comes the easy part. You're gonna take your 2 sprigs of magnolia, and you're just gonna kind of find a place in there, and you just kind of stick them in there nice and tight. This on each side, like that. Okay. And you want your sprigs of holly, and you're going to do the same thing on each side. There. In there, one there. Next, you're going to put on your bow, and if you are doing a monument mailbox, it's going to kind of go in the center more. If you're doing a traditional mailbox, I typically like to wire it separately around the mailbox post. You can also wire it to a branch if that's easier, on the actual pine. But this way, some people like to save these bows, and if you wire it separately on the traditional ones, it's easier for them to get off. Go. And make sure it's nice and fluffy and pretty. If your ends are trimmed, great. If not, you can either trim them on an angle or you can just curl them under. Have your bow. And then you're going to go and get your pine cones. And you're going to wire your pine cones in, and just find a branch, a fairly sturdy branch, and you're just going to wire them in there so they don't fall off. And again, the wire, don't worry about if you can see the wire, it's green, it blends in. And the last thing you're going to do is take your tag and you're going to wire it to the right side on a branch. And we ask that everybody wire them on. I know some people will end up cutting them off, but just because this is a fundraiser, we want to make sure that we do thank everybody using the tags. And that is what a mailbox looks like. All right, thanks.